Hello everyone and welcome. I have 6 fun and easy Halloween decorating DIYs for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you step by step how to make each of these beautiful Halloween DIYs. Some are very quick and easy and others take a little bit more time but have great impact. Let me show you how to make each of these Halloween decorating DIYs. For our first Halloween hack, you're going to need a glass container. It can be any glass jar with a lid that you have. It just needs to be good size. And then you're going to need some packages of eyeballs from Dollar Tree. I have 2 in blue, 1 in green, and 1 in red. And then you're also going to need one of these color changing lights. And they do come with the battery. They just have a little tag in there you have to pull out, and they have an on and off switch, and you turn it on and then they'll slowly change color. So you want to put that on and down in the bottom. You'll want to do this the night of Halloween. And then open up your packages and fill up your jar. So that jar took about 3 packages of the eyeballs. Now I like to sit outside and pass out candy, and I usually like to put creepy jars and other things on the table as I pass out candy, so this is going to be a new addition for this year. So I think that'll look nice and creepy sitting out on the table at night when the kids come to go trick-or-treating. Oh, I love it. For our next little project, you'll need one of these snow globes in the Halloween section. This one kind of has an opalescent-y finish and a black bottom that unscrews. You're also going to need some cotton or some of the polyester fiber fill. And then you're also going to need a light. Now you can use the other color changing light, or you can use some fairy lights. We're going to try both of them and see which one looks best. So let's try this one first. You want to take some of that fiber fill. You don't need a lot. You just kind of want to have it loose inside like that. So just that little bit will work. Turn the light on. See, and then that will change color and it'll look like a witch's gazing ball. I kind of like that with the color changing. It looks really pretty with that opalescent-y finish. Let me turn off the light. Got a little darker in here so that you can see, but look at how pretty. And then to display this, I have one of the black candlesticks, and this actually fits perfectly inside that. I like that. I really like that with the changing color light. Okay, let me switch it out for the little fairy lights and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I put the fairy lights in and they are harder to get in there. The battery pack is rather large. And I think I'm going to go with the color changing light. I think that looks a lot more creepy, and I think it'll suit this better. I love it. Absolutely fabulous. Now I found this adorable cat cutout at Dollar Tree at my last visit. I was really surprised to see it. I've never seen anything like this at Dollar Tree before. So before you paint these, you want to go over it with a piece of sandpaper just to make sure that all the edges are nice and smooth. And then for this guy, I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm just going to give him a good coat of black matte paint, and I'm going to be using Apple Barrel. This will be a perfect accent piece to my other decor. I got my black cat painted all the way around. Absolutely adorable and sits very well on its own. It's going to look absolutely adorable in my little Halloween vignette. But you know, I need something to display all this cute spooky stuff on, so that's what we're going to do next. For a cute little display, you're going to need 3 of these ceramic skulls that you can pick up at Dollar Tree. Now they had several different colors to choose from, gold, silver. This one kind of has that opalescent black. They had, I think, solid black. A couple different ones to choose from, but you're going to need 3. And then you're also going to need one of the black charger plates. I love these, perfect for Halloween. Now I have 2. One is going to help me place my heads, but you do not need 2, you only need 1. So I'm going to use the second plate to help me place my little heads here before I attach my top plate. And I did remove the sticker off of the plate I'm going to use to attach. But this way I can make sure that I get it lined up. As long as the chins are all pulled out. Okay, and then I'll be gluing this right on top. So you want to lay that on and then look and see where it is actually hitting the ceramic heads, because that's where you're going to want to put your glue. And I'm going to be using a combination of the hot glue, and then you need to use an industrial strength adhesive, and you can either use the Fix-All that you can pick up at Dollar Tree, or you can use E6000. Now the hot glue is just going to help hold this in position until the E6000 sets up. It's not going to hold on its own if all you use is hot glue. Okay? Today I'm going to use the Fix-All, and on mine they hit right on the top here, so I'm going to put a good drop of the Fix-All at the highest point here. Now I'm going to go in with hot glue, and I'm just going to kind of surround it. Now the Fix-All will take time to set up, but the hot glue won't. And just kind of stand above it and lay down your plate so you can line things up. You're going to want to set this aside and let it set up. It'll take a good 24 to 48 hours for the Fix-All to fully set up. For our next project, we're going to get a little bit bigger in size. You're going to need 2 of these Halloween buckets that you can pick up at Walmart. They are $1.98 each. You'll need to remove the little hangers here on both of your pumpkins. So I have my handles removed. Now on the bottom of one of the buckets, you're going to need to cut out a hole, and the hole needs to be large enough to feed through some lights. And I'm going to do that. My face is here. That's going to be the front. I'm going to do it kind of towards the back here. And I'm just using my utility knife. Okay, that's big enough that I can feed through my lights. Now in the bottom of the other pumpkin, you want to place something of weight. I'm going to be using rocks. You'll want to weight this down because of the height so that it stays sitting. You can use, mix up some mortar mix and put that in, let it set up. Would be a great weight on the bottom. You can use sand or stones, whichever you prefer. Now we're going to take our second bucket, and this is the one that has the hole in it, and we're going to be attaching that directly on top. And you want to do your best to line up your faces. Now before I attach the two pumpkins together, we're going to work on the top pumpkin because there's more that I want to do, and if it gets too tall I won't be able to show you here on my desk. You're also going to need one of these ghosts that you can pick up from Dollar Tree. Now you're going to want to remove the outside of the ghost here. And it just pulls off for the most part, no problem. So those are going to be your arms. You're also going to need a piece of floral foam. You don't need one this big. I'm going to cut this one in half so it will fit down inside, but that it's not going to cover up the hole that I cut. Okay, so let me get this cut in half. So I have my block, and I tried to put it in and realized the corners were too large. My favorite way to cut these is with a paint scraper. Just push straight down. It's slightly messy, but a lot less than if you used anything serrated. But now my nice big piece of foam will fit easily down inside. Okay, so you can see I still have access there through the hole. Now I'm going to be adding some lights to light up both pumpkins. So I have two packages here of the 10 lights in orange. You can also use clear. If you can't find these came out of the Halloween section. You can also use the fairy lights, whatever you can find. I bought these early when they first came out, so I have two packages here in the orange. Each one does take 2 AA batteries, and you will need a small screwdriver set to be able to get in there and add those batteries. Dollar Tree does sell these over in the hardware section. So I have batteries in both packs and they both work. So the first one I've already fed through the hole. I've left the battery pack in the top and fed the rest through. This is what's going to light up our bottom pumpkin. But I need to make sure I have easy access to that, so we're going to be attaching it to one of these, and this is a stake that I saved from a previous project. And we're going to put this right down in the center, push it all the way down, and then the head is going to go at the other end. So this guy's going to go here, and I'm going to use the point to be able to get it into this because this is harder foam. And then I'm going to stick the other end down into the floral foam. I'm also going to add some hot glue here to make sure that that doesn't come loose. So So that I have easy access to my battery packs to turn them on and off and to be able to change the batteries, I'm going to attach it here to the stake. Now the battery has the on-off switch at the top, so you need to leave enough space in between that you can reach that. And then the side that the batteries get changed has a little screw. You want to make sure that's up and not the side that you glue down. And then you need to make sure you're up high enough that this can fully be stuck inside the foam so that you get good support. So I marked how deep the foam is. I'm going to come up an additional 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to attach the bottom battery pack. I am planning on putting this outside. That's why I'm using the E6000 on everything. That's going to help me a lot make sure that this doesn't fall apart when it gets too hot or cold outside. Perfect. I can easily reach both of them. So I have my stake inside my pumpkin. My battery packs are together. I pulled through the one that's going to light up the bottom pumpkin, and the one here that's going to light up the top pumpkin, I just put the lights around the floral foam. And I did turn them on to check to make sure everything still works, and it does. So now we're going to attach the two pumpkins together. Just when you go to do that, you need to make sure that you feed in your lights. And again, we're going to do the fix-all and the hot glue. Okay, now his face, it looks good on camera, but in real life it looks very faded. So I'm going to actually go over his face here with some paint. So I have some paper towel. I'm just going to put this underneath because this is material. I'm assuming the paint will most likely go through. And I'm just going to use my matte black by Apple Barrel. I also pulled out one of the wood words that you can get in the Halloween section for crafting, and you're only going to need one. They do come 3 to a pack. I put the paper towel underneath because I know it's fabric that the paint is most likely going to go through. And then I'm just going to kind of start in the center, get the majority of my paint down, and not worry about the edges until I get most of my area covered. Now that I've got the majority of the inside done, I'm just going to kind of brush right up to the line there and fill it in. But it looks so much better. I'm going to get my face painted and my boo. Once your face and boo is dry, go ahead and re-drape your ghost. You'll want to attach him with a dab of hot glue at the top of his head and at the tip of each hand. Once you're happy with the drape, you can attach your boo. Simply hot glue it to the tip of each hand. I'm really happy with the end result for this project. My ghost and stacked pumpkins come out to about 34 inches in height. The base for our Grim Reaper is made using one 8-foot piece of 2x2, The center post measures at about 4.5 feet. The top cross piece measures at 19 inches and the base measures at 21 inches. You can substitute a solid, square, or round piece of wood for the base. First, you're going to want to get your pool noodle attached by using 2 large zip ties. You can also pick these up at Dollar Tree. Once you have your pool noodle attached, you're going to want to use the black tablecloth to drape over. You will need 1 to 2 tablecloths depending on how tall you decided to make your Grim Reaper and whether you're going to be viewing it from the front and the back or just the front. Next, you want to attach your hands, and these actually fit nice and snugly right in the end of the pool noodle. If you don't feel that it's a tight enough fit, you can always wire it or use zip ties to get it more secure. And this does have a righty and a lefty. Make sure that you get them on the correct side. And now you're going to want to apply the mask, and this is nice because it is a hooded mask. So you can just slide it right over the post. You do want to make sure that when you're putting your plastic tablecloth on that you're covering the top part of the post, otherwise you'll be able to see it through the eyes. Once you have your head on, then you can go ahead and add in your creepy cloth. Go ahead and hang it however you like. Now the feet are always optional, but you can always position them so that the feet are sticking out from underneath your Grim Reaper's cloak. I used a small stapler to help pull back, shape, and secure the black tablecloth. Here I used the second tablecloth and the second creepy cloth to drape over his head to give him a hood. Some additional items that you can add to your Grim Reaper to creepify him even more is a faux candle, maybe some chains, or you can use one of the motion detectors that Dollar Tree sells. Much fun coming up with these 6 creative Halloween DIYs. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorials. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and show some love in the comments. If you know anyone else who would enjoy my content, please share it with them. If you enjoyed this video and you're looking for more, you're going to want to check this video out. 13 hauntingly fun Halloween DIYs. Thanks so much for stopping by. You know it's always a pleasure to see you. You have a great day, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.